Season 3 of One Punch Man shouldn't look like this. Not after the legacy of Season 1, not after the backlash from Season 2, and definitely not after a 6-year wait for a new One Punch Man season. But here we are, stiff frames, flat compositions, off-model characters, and fight scenes that look like they're happening underwater. For a series once known for its jaw-dropping animation, this is hard to watch. What happened to One Punch Man Season 3? Let's check it out. To understand why fans are frustrated with Season 3's animation quality, you have to start with the expectation. Season 1 redefined what manga adaptations could be. Fluid animation, crazy choreography, and cinematic direction. Season 2 dipped, sure, but it still had sparks of that identity. Then One Punch Man Season 3 arrived, and it feels like a show fighting for its life, losing one corner cut at a time. Season 1 made such an impact due to the powerhouse team driving the production. Madhouse producer Yuichiro Fukushi assembled a dream team that included Shingo Natsume, Shikashi Kubota, and even legendary animator Yutaka Nakamura. Nakamura has quite the resume, and his previous works include Cowboy Bebop, Full Metal Alchemist, Frieren, and My Hero Academia. The man even worked on Eva. Good grief, this guy's a goat. The team brought in an extensive network of top-tier animators, people who joined not for massive budgets, but for out of respect and creative trust. Season 1 wasn't fueled by money, it was fueled by passion. The reported budget was around 2 million USD, yet the visuals exceeded what that number should have allowed. That combination, trust, chemistry, and raw artistic ambition, created a standard so high that anything less would always feel like a downgrade. If you watch One Punch Man, who's your favorite character? And why is it Saitama? One Punch Man Season 3 wasn't a failure of individual animators. The problem was the production environment surrounding Season 3. Before the first episode aired, fans were already nervous. And for good reason. After Season 1 ended in 2015, Bandai wanted to push Season 2 out as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, Shingo Natsume, the director of Season 1, was already committed to other projects and wasn't available. Moreover, many key animators of the original team were also unavailable. But like the old saying goes, time is money. Money is time. Bandai didn't want to wait. So in 2017, the production committee decided to switch animation studios from Madhouse to JC's staff. When asked why he didn't direct One Punch Man Season 2, Shingo Natsume responded with, "I personally, of course, wanted to do it, but that could not be done despite myself. I can't do everything I wanted to do, but I wish JC's staff did way more with the show." With Madhouse gone, the difference was immediate, and fans noticed instantly. The first viral clip I saw this season was Garo sliding down a hill in a way that didn't look finished. At first I thought it was a one-off mistake. Turns out, it was only the beginning. A major issue with One Punch Man Season 3 is how many animators worked on individual action cuts. Different workflows, different standards, different timelines. And it shows. Characters change from shot to shot, animations barely move, and the pacing is all over the place. So far in 2025, JC's staff has released 5 series. In 2024, they released 12 simultaneous projects. The studio has about 235 employees. Compare that to Ufotable, with 256 employees, a studio that focuses on only one major anime per year, and consistently delivers some of the best animation in the world. Which studio would you consider more efficient? Producing that many shows at once is a recipe for trouble. Outsourcing helps, but only when the core production isn't being stretched to its breaking point. The infamous example, One Punch Man Season 3, Episode 3. Garo's fight against King the Ripper, where King is animated with a woman's body for half the fight. Then immediately after, he snaps back to normal. I've seen visual mistakes before, like Nami without her tattoo, Piccolo's abs a different color, Obito's scar on the wrong side of his face. But this fight sequence should have been caught during animation, editing, or post-production. The fact it slipped through all stages is unbelievable. It's crazy wild, man. Here's another viral moment from One Punch Man Season 3. Atomic Samurai's ponytail, traced directly from the manga panel. Mizuki loses her band-aid in one shot, regains it the next. In another, she has 6 fingers. And then there's the still frame version of her. See, this is why people read manga. Garo's arm also gets bent so strangely, the memes practically write themselves. You'd think someone, anyone, along the animation pipeline would have caught these errors. Some kind of quality check, right? Or maybe someone did, but there just wasn't enough time or resources to course correct. To save time on animation, static shots are used heavily throughout this season, meaning you'll get moments like this, where the camera remains still and the only thing moving is the character's mouth. It's a shortcut that saves time, but it comes at a noticeable cost. That might have worked 40 years ago, but in 2025, it doesn't sit well with a modern anime audience. Like Season 2, the action scenes lack movement. Cuts are reused frequently. The scenes still rely heavily on shortcuts, still frames, slide animations, and abrupt edits. The result weakens every encounter, leaving the action flat and restrained, nowhere near the explosive energy this series built its name on. 1 minute of 2D animation usually takes 40 to 80 hours to produce, depending on the complexity. It makes me wonder how these scenes might have looked if JC's staff had adequate time to put in the effort they wanted. Their action work in Railgun I thought was pretty solid. Anime isn't just entertainment, it's a culture built on passion, craft, and community expectations. Fans don't watch One Punch Man just for the plot. They watch it for its visual punch, for energy, for animators pushing limits the same way mangaka push theirs. So here we are, halfway through Season 3, and it's currently one of the lowest ranked anime of the season, and possibly one of the lowest ranked anime episodes ever. The director deleted his X account. Japanese animators are stepping in to defend the JC staff. This is the kind of fallout you only see when a production truly loses the room. Fans aren't angry for no reason. They're heartbroken that a franchise once praised for its animation has become an example of how quickly things can unravel. And despite all this, One Punch Man Season 3 is still being watched. As of today, it's in the top 10 on Netflix Japan. There's still an audience. Season 3 isn't unwatchable, it's just heartbreaking. The animators clearly have talent, but the production never gave them the runway they needed. You can feel the passion trying to break through, buried under impossible deadlines and overloaded schedules. And that's the unfortunate truth of it all. One Punch Man deserved better, the fans deserved better, the staff deserved better. Maybe the next few episodes will surprise us. Maybe the anime industry will finally slow down and reevaluate. Or maybe Season 3 becomes the wake-up call studios need, a reminder that even the most beloved anime franchises crumble when the production pipeline fails. Either way, I'm still watching, not out of blind loyalty, but because I believe One Punch Man can still hit the highs it once did. And if not, well, at least we'll have plenty to talk about. Thanks for watching, and as always, remember to save your progress before you get outsourced.